Sometimes we've lost our way in how we show up in community with each other, right? Like where I'm from, it's more about like me, the individual. People don't really focus on we, they focus on I, which has made it really hard for, I think, us collectively to be really successful.
Welcome to Hello Kind Soul Podcast, where we raise the vibration of kindness on a global scale. Subscribe to the channel and follow us on all major platforms for your daily reminder to lead with love.
Welcome to Hello Kind Soul Podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Ebony Green, and I'm super excited to be in community today with Migdalia. We are on location in Puerto Rico, and so one of the things that showed up over and over again is the way community and family come together. And so she has graciously agreed to sit with me and have a conversation about Puerto Rico and the community that's here. So, Migdalia, do you want to share a little bit about yourself?
Well, yes. My name is Migdalia Scharon. I live right now at Dorado, but I come from Villa Palmera, San Juan, Puerto Rico. And I've been living here in Dorado 20 years. I have 3 children, one 38, 28, and 22. And my husband, Luis Roman, is being with me for almost 33 years.
Thank you. So, first question, I'm curious, what comes to mind? Like, what do you think about when you think of your homeland, when you think of Puerto Rico?
Kindness, encourage, hostess, humble people, and I think we are just fabulous.
Agreed. So one of the things that I found so interesting is like where we're staying in Dorado as well. And a lot of the people there, when you ask them for help or to do something for you, everyone's like willing to do that. Where do you think that comes from? Like, is that culturally a norm that people come together to help each other in their community?
Oh, yes, sure. We are like that. You could see that more in the country. People from country are very, very, you could say humble, very, they like to help each other. And if you have a need, you could count on them. For example, I heard that someone took some fruits, or I don't remember what else they took from, they climb a tree.
Yeah.
That's the way people are in the country. Not necessarily in the city is the same, because we have culture and subcultures, okay? And I think that's something that happens everywhere. But in general, Puerto Ricans, we love to make people feel that they are home. That's the way we are in general. Of course, what can I say? If we react to something, it's because you look for it, okay? Otherwise, we will be as sweet, and we will be sweetie pie. Yes, we will be like that. But don't try to make funny or twist our intention.
Understood. That makes a lot of sense. One of the things about Puerto Rico when I came here my first time years ago was I found it so interesting that you have folks who are white skin, brown skin, black skin, and no one really cares who's who, right? For the most part, my experience has been that Puerto Rico is a place that just takes you in as who you are. Why do you think that is?
Well, first of all, we are not white at all. We are mixed people. And we don't see the people because of the appearance, okay? If you're white, black, mixed, whatever you are, if you are a nice person and you are respectfully, that's the way I should say, if you respect people, and you treat us the way we need to be treated, we are going to act, nice.
So tell me, what is one of your favorite parts of Puerto Rico? Like, what's the thing that, when you think of where you are, like, what's the most important part for you, or what's the thing that makes you happiest when you think about Puerto Rico?
I think the most thing that makes me happier is that even though that Puerto Rico is so small, we get to do so many things. Our encourage, if I could say, or courage, I could say. We're not afraid of making things happen, and Puerto Rico is beautiful at all. It's beautiful, the beaches, and the gastronomy. We like to hang out, have a nice time, share with others without making trouble or, trying to look for something else that more than have a nice time. And as I said, in everywhere you could find people that they not behave, but that's not what identifies Puerto Rican. Okay? We, from home, we learn to respect each other, to imagine we are educated. Forever we say thank you, enjoy your food, welcome. We say more thank you than anyone in the world.
So there's one thing that always makes me chuckle a little bit is that when I was here, the first question that I don't know if it's a dad too, but every mom, when their child calls, is, hola, ¿tú comiste? Every time. Why is that the first question usually?
Because we learned that from our parents, and the community used to do that. For example, if my neighbor is doing something special, rice and beans and food that you eat in daily basis, something special, they could cross the street and say, Migdalia, I did, for example, roast chicken, I did pinchos, I did rice with pigeon peas, and they bring it to you. They bring it to you, and if you are painting, and they see that the sun is hitting you, Migdalia, you want to drink a beer? Migdalia, do you need water? And that's the way our neighbors are.
So it's like you almost look out for each other automatically.
Yes.
Yes. You're making sure that if you're good, I'm good, which is something I think in the mainland, I feel like sometimes we've lost our way in how we show up in community with each other, right? Like where I'm from, it's more about like me, the individual. People don't really focus on we, they focus on I, which has made it really hard for, I think, us collectively to be really successful. Now, you did mention the difference between culture and subculture and the city culture and the campo, right? It's different. What do you think is happening to the ways, like as the generations get older, it seems like people aren't so rooted in their culture and their community like 40 years ago, 50 years ago. Why do you think that is?
No, I think it's more the information that this generation they have it immediately. They react more. They say that they are the generation that they don't let people to play with them. They don't let them play. Like, for example, I've been working in the bank industry for almost 35 years. And what I see today from young people is that they don't support, they can't get the structure that we have. And if they don't like it, they just quit. They just quit. And that happens. And I know you are aware of that, not only here.
No, it's everywhere.
It's everywhere. Because it's like they understand that our age supports so many. And they go like, no, I'm not going to be like you. And that my kids, they told me, Mommy, I'm not going to be like you. No. You let your bosses do with you what they wanted it. And no, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to accept that. So they work by their own. For example, Paquito, which is the oldest one, He do deliveries and other different things, but he don't has a boss. He don't has a boss. He's his own boss.
Do you think that's a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, I think that now it's gonna be okay. But if, for example, if you don't have a 401k, the savings, if you don't save, if you don't save in your Social Security, which now they are saying that in the 2036 we won't be able to receive it. But let me tell you something. I hear that since I was a child. Since I was a child, I've been hearing that, oh, you're not gonna get the Social Security because some young people, they retire young for discapacity. That's what's going on. More people are retiring young.
Yeah. Well, I think COVID taught a lot of people that you don't know how long you have. So this idea of working to your 70s sounds insane. And it kind of does. Like I don't have a boss either. So like I'm one of those people who I had a boss for a really long time and now I don't have one. I am the boss. That has a whole nother set of problems. But I wonder though, is there like a balance, right? So when you think about your life and the pace, how fast you moved, right? Do you ever look back and say, man, like I wish I would have taken more time with my family or taken more time with other things?
Yes, 70. And more with my kids and my mom. Yes, when I go back, I regret a lot of things. Yes. But you can go to, it's right now it's not something that I could be like, get stuck in that.
Yeah, for sure.
But I do regret a lot of things. And more times, for example, with my kids had the basketball game, volleyball. Sometimes I was cleaning because I was working Monday to Friday, and I didn't have time to wash the clothes. And this burning or burden that we have in daily basis. So right now, it is what it is. Past is past. They are safe. They are healthy. I know they are sane. And they believe they have a good mom. So I think that's the final end is that.
Yeah. One of the goals of our podcast is for us to share our stories so that those watching it change their lives. And so there's somebody out there, just so you know, I get goosebumps. There's somebody out there who's gonna watch this video and is gonna hear your message to when you can, find more time, and that's gonna impact their kids' lives. So I appreciate you being honest and vulnerable with us today. Curiosity, I'm curious, what's your favorite food? Or what's your favorite food you would tell us to try if we haven't come here before?
Well, maybe roasted pork. It could be that. Rice with pigeon and yellow plantain. Yes. And let me see what else. But my favorite one is not that. Is that I can't eat that one. My favorite is shrimps, lobster. That's my favorite one, but I can't eat it. I'm allergic.
That's right.
So, but I really love it. I used to eat it up to my 24 or 25, and then I started, having allergies. So I was forced to quit.
That's not funny, but wow, that's nuts.
Yeah, but that's the favorite one, But the most thing that I eat is because I have stomach issues. So it's chicken. I'm a chicken lady. Every kind of chicken. Every kind of chicken, yes.
That's funny. What do you do to seek joy? Like, your life is busy. You're in a bank, you're executive, you're busy. What do you do that brings you joy, makes you happy when you have time to partake in it, spend time doing it?
Well, Joy Fridays, I go out dancing with Louis, some drinks. I repeat that Saturday. But prior going to dance Saturday and drink and have fun with our friends, I clean my house. Because if I don't clean my house, I can't handle it. Mm-hmm. I need that my house looks, shine, and clean. That's the way it is. For example, if I'm painting, my house still needs to be clean. Mm. The clothes and everything in the place it needs to be.
Mm. That's awesome. That's funny. There are people outside, or there are people watching this podcast who are struggling. They're struggling mentally, they're struggling with their heart, they're struggling to care, love, all the things. And you can say this in English or in Spanish. What is something you could, if you look at that camera and you say, what is your advice to them to keep going and not give up?
Life is not easy at all. And no one gave us promise that it will be. But at the end of the point, if you believe in something, it could be God, it could be something special for you. At the end of that hole, there's a solution. I really had a very hard time in my life. When I was a child, it wasn't easy. We were struggling too. And you need to focus what you want. You want to just quit, or you want to keep on. You want to be better. So it's your decision. I think that what you have is what you want to get. If you didn't came in a gold crib, it's not your fault. But it doesn't mean that you can be better and success. I didn't have anything, and I still own things. But I have a house, I have my cars, that's material. But I have something better than that. I have a home. I have people that they love me and that I love. So it's a choice. It's a choice, but not giving up. That's not a choice.
Thank you, Migdalia.
You're welcome.
One more question I have, just that it came up. There are a lot of people who want to come to this island, but sometimes those people just go to San Juan, which, no shade to San Juan, we love y'all, we're gonna come over there and record too. But what's one thing you would tell someone who wants to come visit the island? Like, what do they need to do to get a real experience in Puerto Rico?
Well, that San Juan is not the only place to go. You could go to the center of the island. There's a lot of chinchorros, that's the way we call it, chinchorros, where you could eat our gastronomy, drink, and different beverage, not only alcohol. And know different people. As I said, people from the city, they're cool. I'm from the city, but I know people from the center of the island, people from the country, they're more charming. And in general, Puerto Ricans are charming, but I don't know, they have something special, more special.
What do you think it means to be a kind soul?
Respect people, get in the shoes of the others, and help people when they need it. Give of what you have, know what is left. Because much people, they give if something is left. But if you give of what you have, you will never, never be broke.
That's true. That's very true. Awesome. I appreciate you so much for joining me today. All right, y'all. I am grateful that you spent time listening to us today. Migdalia is an amazing human. We might have a part 2 at a different time. Who knows? But for now, don't let anyone take the joy out your joy. And I hope you have an amazing week, kind soul. Take care.
Bye-bye.